welcome back everybody to the video series dedicated show on MTV that stands Laurel in hoodies. That's right, I'm talking about X on the Beach Peak of Love, episode 7. And let's start off where last episode left off. And at this Jack and Jill party, lumberjack and Jill party I should say, there was a big old ruckus. Callum punched a hole in the wall while Allie and Nyle snuck away to the fireplace to have a deep and serious conversation. Now Allie's taking this X on the Beach Peak of Love super serious, and she even went on social media and Twitter to say that, hey, this was like my first reality TV show, I'm taking it super serious, maybe a little too serious, so cut me some slack. Allie was kind of frustrating throughout this whole episode, going back and forth, whether she wants to be with Nyle or not. Nyle's out hunting bugs, maybe not. Maybe I want to be with him, maybe not. It was super confusing. They had their difficulties leading up to the ice ceremony to where it almost cost her the game, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's go to where there was 3 people picked to go to the peak to see whose ex is coming to this house, and the 3 people picked were Ryan, Lademi, and Jemmy. Let me tell you, I love when people's names rhyme. And it kind of got awkward up there as Romeo was talking to Ryan and Lademi, but he never really talked to Jemmy. I'm sure he did, but in the edit, they cut Jemmy completely out. And this ex is coming down this mountain doing what they gotta do, and they reveal themselves to be none other than Ryan's ex, Magdalena. They haven't talked to each other or been together in 2 years. They had a very passionate but also very heated relationship. It sparked a very bad fallout between them, but now she's back. She says she's grown over those 2 years and wants to be there for Ryan and see maybe they could heat things up yet again. Ryan instantly had his walls up. It took a whole 24 hours to say, hey, maybe I'll knock some of my walls down and maybe we can see where this thing can go. Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can be the success story that this X on the Peak need. But that's not all that happened in this episode, as another alarm rang up and everything went red in the chalet and everybody started freaking out, and then there was a hooded figure up on the wall on the TV. They're trying to figure out who it is. They reveal themselves to be Laurel in a hoodie and super red and dark-eyed. It's probably a pre-recorded message, but she's saying, hey, there's gonna be a twist in this game. You voted me out, singles. Well, guess what? Now, y'all are gonna be the ones voted out, as there's going to be a single now, not an ex, gonna be voted out at the next ice ceremony, and everybody gets a vote. Exes, singles, pairs, singles again, single exes. You get the drift. Everybody gets a vote, and one of the singles are going to be kicked out of this house. Now, the beginning of this production, or this edit, wanted us to feel like maybe Callum or Georgia were going to get the boot from this episode and from this show, and everybody's, I don't know, you think, okay, well maybe they'll shake things up. However, there's no way that production would let that happen. This show is pretty much made on the backs and the drama of Georgia and Callum and Nicole and Marlon. Those people have to be safe staying in this episode. I mean, they just had a huge blowout one episode. You're not gonna have one huge blowout one episode and then be gone the next. That's just throwing drama away. Realistically, they're gonna have 2 of the most boring exes getting kicked out of this show, and that's either Daniel or Allie, and it essentially turns to that. And Allie's flip-flopping kind of makes you think like, okay, maybe we could kind of go on without her, but then Daniel is sitting there like, I don't know, using up all the maple syrup on his abs and talking about chicken periods. It's weird, he has no game. It's just, he's been on like, I liked when Marlon was like, you've been on like 18 seasons of The Bachelor, like why can't you figure something out? Well, it comes down to it at the ice ceremony. The most tension I felt throughout this whole ice ceremony was when Romeo looked at Sam and asked him who he was feeling in the chalet, and he had no idea who he was gonna say. Whether he was gonna say Lademi or Tyranny, because he was talking to both of them throughout this episode, and he finally said Tyranny after the commercial break, and you kind of breathe like, okay, cool, well that moment's over. Going into the voting, Romeo's reading out the votes, and we're going back and forth between Allie and Daniel, Allie and Daniel, Allie and Daniel, and we get to a majority of the votes being between them 2, and then, oh yeah, Romeo instantly says, oh yeah, by the way, if both of you have the same and it's a tie, guess what? You guys are gonna both get kicked out. So now you're thinking, okay, maybe there's gonna be a double elimination. Whoa, this could be insane. This could be fun. This could be a twist. And then all of a sudden, Daniel just runs away with this as people are just voting all their votes on Daniel, and Daniel is kicked out of the chalet. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, and sayonara as he is getting kicked out of this house. he is done for. Sydney says her goodbyes, but people are sad, but kind of thinking like, well, maybe he'll find some love outside of this house, as he was like sitting in the house waiting for more and more exes to show up. But maybe more and more exes isn't what Daniel needs. Maybe he needs to get out there and just find somebody out on their own. Maybe download Bumble, maybe download Tinder. I don't know what all these hip new kids are doing with these days with sliding and swiping. But Daniel's out of this house, and I don't know. I thought this episode was kind of meh, especially after last episode. How do you go from being punching a hole in the wall to this? This was kind of like flatline to me. You bring in so many exes, and then now all the exes are everybody's best friends. There's no real drama in this house. Out of a score of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest drama, there's like nothing. There's like, this was like a 4, maybe a 3. Maybe there was a little tension with Ryan and Ledemi kind of keeping an eye on Tyranny and Sam, but realistically, this was like a flatline to me in this episode. But what did you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. What did you think about the whole twist where a single was getting voted out? What do you think about Daniel being kicked out of this house, getting the boot? Are you sad to see him go? Did you watch The Bachelor? Or are you kind of being like, okay, cool, sure, fine. Or did you want Allie to go instead? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. And what do you think about this episode? What do you think about the season so far? Do you think it's like a little lackluster? Why is everybody so cool with their exes? If they made a huge big fuss in episode 1 about not wanting their exes in, but everybody seems really cool. Demi's cool with her ex, is just staying in the house. The same with Georgia, the same with pretty much everybody. I don't know, it just seems weird. Dora's cool with her ex, and everybody's just chilling out with everybody. I don't know, if I wanted to watch Big Brother, I would wait till the summer, but that's just how it is. But thank you so much for watching. I'll be back really soon with more challenge videos, more challenge brief histories, more X on the Peak, and more challenge content coming out throughout the week. Keep yourself posted on this channel. But thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. And until then, peace.